Hello and welcome back to EverQuest. For possibly the last episode with Gwynian for a couple of weeks, maybe. Origins has been announced as starting on Wednesday, I want to say 19th. Yes, Wednesday, the 19th of June at noon PDT. 8 p.m. UK time and 9 p.m. Central Europe time. It's almost like I've did the whole 6 hours of repeatedly telling people that. Anyway, this is a bit of a tidy up episode. Get us over that 800 that we are so tantalizingly close to, and then we can take you from there. And yes, there will be um, streams of Origins when that goes live, and there will be a new YouTube series, a new EverQuest YouTube series from the Origin server. It won't replace this one. Um, Origins is going to be very slow, but potentially when Gwyn has got to the point where he is kicking back and relaxing, having achieved the challenge, we're talking years here, that might be the point at which I need to then dust off the Origins person and get them to do the same. So we'll see what happens. But where are we today? We are back in the Common Lands. And if I bring up the UI, okay, so while watching Fest, we also did a lot of hunting for lore and legend parts. So all of the lore and legends that we have built up over time are now at the point where we literally just need to turn in the last item. So this is going to give us our 800 and more. So let's just have a look at where we are. We know from our own counter up here that we are currently on, he says, trying to, hang on. There we go. 798. Never good when it's a bright background. The game itself believes we have completed 788. That is because, first of all, the first ever quest you ever do on the far journey, for some reason, doesn't count. And neither does any quests involving change of citizenship, which we've done a few times. We've gone from Gorowin to Neriak and Neriak to Freeport. So none of those actually stay in the journal, which is slightly annoying. However, if we go to the achievements tab and have a look at quests in here, we are 794 towards completing 1,000 quests for Addicted to Quests. So the game itself has two different totals that don't agree with each other, and then we have our own total which doesn't agree with either of those. So there you go. There is no definitive. Okay, so if we do two quests, we can celebrate 800 for ourselves. So we can study a elemental fascination rune. That gives us lore and legend elemental. Excellent. We can then do a golem motif prism. And that will complete lore and legend golem. There we go. That brings us to, and neither of those came up on the tracker. Yes, I know why. I know why they didn't come up on the tracker. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. You'd think at this point I'd be professional at this, but no, no, no. Okay, let me just go and grab. So, lore and legend. And the first one we did was elemental. Okay, and then the next one Lore and legend. I'm going to have to type every one of these, aren't I? Because not one of them actually gives coin. Golem. Yeah, if someone can explain to the devs that every single quest needs to have at least one copper reward, so that when you get given the coin in the log, it then comes up with a line that says you have earned such and such coin by completing, and then the name of the quest, because that's what my tracker uses. So it never picks up the ones where there is no coin, which is annoying. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 800. Well, hey, celebrate 800 quests. 790, and achievement says 796. Yes. So if we do another 4, and we go up a level, which is going to be interesting. Lore and Legend Ghost. Nice. The next one is Siren. And the next one after that is Fairy. This is interesting because these all seem to be worth a fair amount of experience. Lore and Legend Fairy. So where does that put us now? That puts us on 799. So then we do Lore and Legend Bixie. And that will give us 800 on the achievements tracker. Congratulations, everyone. We've hit 800 for the second time. Kind of. Then if we go to completed, so completed now says 794. So we might have a little bit of distance to go before we get that. Let's carry on with what we've got. Oh, we had 2 Bixie legs. Oh, we had 3 Bixie legs, in fact. Okay. Lore and Legend Goblin. And the next one, Lore and Legend Treant. And then finally, with a vampiric incisor, Lore and Legend Vampire. Okay, so that should have freed up a few quests in the question. We have room for 42 more. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. There's a couple of history ofs in the common lands. We should definitely have a look at those. Blackborough Sabertooth battle plans, maybe. Butcher Block Trusted referral, easy enough to get. There's a few for Fallen Gate. I'm not sure I want to go to those today. Forgotten Shroud. Oh, okay. I might be meant to slightly too high for that. Never mind. Don't want to go Stormhold. Not keen on Thundering Steps. Wailing Caves, History of the Gnome. I need to visit the burial pit. I think that's fairly early in Wailing Caves. Let's see. It's going to be Delia. It's going to be Common Lands. That's where I was already. Wailing Caves. There we go. So we come in, we go around that way. Is that the burial pit? I would have thought so. Might just quickly look that up. Uh, Wailing Caves, past the chapel and raid planning rooms. Oh no, that's actually quite a bit deep then. No, no, maybe not. Let's start off then with these histories. We do have Condemned Catacomb over in Antonica. That might be interesting to knock out as well. I don't think there's any quests in our area. It's literally going into the place. But we'll have a look. The Condemned Catacomb. The Condemned. Yes. Oh, there is actually a bunch of quests in there, and some of the stuff is level 33. Maybe not the Condemned Catacomb then. Okay. Well, we'll start off here in the Common Lands, and I suppose it's worth also checking, is there any new quest feathers? Because we did most of this zone before at level 15, which would mean some of the, if there was like higher quests, they may not have been offered to us. But I think we've got Common Lands mostly wrapped up. I don't see anything flashing there. Okay. We have visited the Common Lands, the Crossroads even. We need to read the Barbarian book. The books are in here, aren't they? History of the Barbarians. There we go. Story number 2. Need to visit the Hidden Vale, which I'm pretty sure is at the bottom. Hidden Vale. Oh, that's Hidden Canyon. Hidden Vale. No, yeah. Tis the Common Lands. Oh, of course, yes. We've been over there a couple of times, haven't we? Hidden Vale. Yeah. And also the ruins of Valmar. Okay. Well, we'll head south. The game's put shadows on again, and that is why my computer is overheating under my feet. There we go. Let's turn that off. There seems to be a bug in the game where it's constantly turning shadows back on. In the incorrect assumption that that would be better optimization, but my GPU just can't do it. Not since the Direct 10 update, anyway. It doesn't like it. Oh, always stop for a shiny. So hopefully everyone's had a good weekend. I'm still feeling a bit spaced from the 6, 7 hour stream the other day for Fippy Fest. Um, but yeah, this should be a Hidden Veil. There we go. I should read the book. Pride Lake. We can certainly do that. Let's go over to the ruins of Valmar first. Not really quite sure how long today's stream will be. Long enough for me to clear up the journal a little. Not long enough that I am too tired for work tomorrow because unfortunately I am going to have to put in extra effort for the next couple of days so I can get a little bit of time off at the end of the week for Origins launch. So we want Valmar, which I think is literally here. Excellent. There we go. We're in the Forgotten Valley. We need to visit the ruins of Valmar. I should read the book. Oh, we found an actual green one. Oh no. Don't need today. H-I-J-K-H. There we go. There's XR. Oh, we need to go to the bridge in Neck. Okay. I mean, we can do that. If we head for Pride Lake, which is just going to be ahead of us. And then we can see where barbarians need to go next. So I shall be pretty much there for the Origins launch when it happens, and we'll be streaming from there. Like I say, there will be an EverQuest series, although I think the plan is to roll one of my secondary characters first, because I think the islands of refuge are going to be a little bit crowded to start off with. And the idea of trying to stop and talk to a gnome about losing some cogs and that he's waiting for a ship in Antonica, and trying to do that in our usual calm, collected, listen to the NPC manner might be a bit difficult when the NPC is being hailed by about 50 people all trying to pick up his quest at the same time. Just a bit. Barbarian. So our EverQuest character will probably start the next day. I'm not going to tell you who that is yet. Certainly not giving any names out because I can see there being a bit of a competition between people for names on day one. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so XR should just be a case of going into Neck and visiting the bridge. I'm trying to remember if this is the main bridge at the bottom or the one in the middle. I'm hoping it's the main bridge at the bottom, otherwise this is going to take longer. Do we have anything else in Nectalos while we're going there? No, we don't. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's just the history of the XR. Oh, oh, hello. I'm not food, but why so hard on yourself, Craignock? I mean, if you stop referring to me as tasty, then maybe I'll see what I can do. Help the troll get ahead. Literally. Go get the head of a nightfall giant. Okay, that's interesting. Uh, help the troll get ahead. I have a very vague recollection of doing this perhaps once many, many years ago. Oh, a neck. Okay, well, we were getting neck anyway, weren't we? Um, is anybody else showing a quest further while I'm at this end? Because that was an unexpected quest further. No, no, not at the moment. Okay. Hmm. Hopefully all my audio is working as usual. Let me just double check. That's working. That's working. All those bits are correct. Yeah, I think so. I think we're okay. Is this the bridge? No, it's the other bridge. Boo. Let me go get a griffin. No, we're not doing their quests. We are not doing neck. We're not starting neck forest. We're also not starting thundering steps. I think today is going to be an exercise in trying to clear zones off our list. Got attacked by something then. Some sort of. Hmm. That's the bridge that we want. It's just no, okay. I didn't. I kind of paddled in the water a little bit, so that maybe that broke the fall. That'll be the one. There we go. I should read the book, History of the Ixar. Oh, still not done. Neck Castle. Oh, okay. Nightfall Giants. Where am I looking for those, by the way? Let's see. Oh, all the way down there. I really should have picked that up first, shouldn't I? I suspect Neck Castle is going to be the last thing that we need to do for XR. So let's just see. Oh, there we go. Let's just see if we can cut across the hills a little. Neck Neck is a bit of a strange place because there's lots of unforeseen dangers, but then there's also areas that were never actually designed for you to get onto, which have no dangers at all. So it's a bit of a weird zone. Oh, yes. Hello. Oh, you guys. Right. What do these guys do for entertainment if they just stand around here all day stomping? There's one guy that seems to be a little on his own. My, said the spider to the fly. There we go. We have one giant head. I'm not quite sure where we put it. I don't think suits of armor comes with pockets, but right. I think it's probably quicker to run back to the Griffin Tower, if I run the right direction, than head across country to Neck. Hello, Arabani and Cascade. How are you doing today? Are we all hyped for Origins on Wednesday? What's my opinion of Fippy Fest? In some ways, I think it's really good that they finally done something like Fippy Fest. Admittedly, as a European, I'm not really going to fly over to America and turn up there. Um, but even so, I think it was nice to have an actual physical event again that people could go to with panels and that sort of thing. Um, kind of feel that the EverQuest II panel in the evening was a bit bit more light than the EverQuest one. The questions felt a bit more generic. Um, and the hide and seek event really needed somebody to step in as a second host to explain what's happening, um, who won, all that sort of thing. But you know what? I mean, as a first event that they've done in years, yeah, it was good. It was definitely very good, very exciting. It was nice to get some behind the scenes and some updates on where things are going and that. Did seem a bit odd to have the Origins information right at the start of the day and not sort of hold you back so that people stick around to watch. But yeah, I enjoyed. Uh, Cascade hyped indeed. I might leave it a day or two before I start to help with the crowds, even just a little. Um, yes, I'm going to be there from start, myself and counselling DM. We're not going to be rolling our main characters at the start. I believe is the plan. We're going to focus on ones that don't need to stand around and read out text to the camera. So the initial streams are going to be literally how fast can we get around the Isle of Refuge, with probably 80 other people also competing with us for the exact same mobs and updates and everything else. And then probably a day or two afterwards is when we'll actually roll our main characters and do the usual thing of taking the time to talk to the NPCs and read read their dialogue out. Um, Many people in my guild disliked it, said devs were bored, CEO was clueless, and money not well spent. Um, I don't know. I mean, obviously people have paid for tickets to go, and there was digital tickets as well. So even though there was a small-ish crowd there, there would have been quite a few people who would have paid for digital tickets. So in terms of money not well spent, I doubt that Daybreak have made a loss on the event. I think that's probably unlikely. Oh, I need to do history of the XR and then move away from whatever is making this weird noise. History of the XR. I kind of feel like some of the devs maybe didn't really anticipate the sorts of questions that were going to be asked and that. Um, I think also sometimes people incorrectly think that the life of being a developer is all excitements and whooshy sounds and all that. As somebody who is in coding themselves, although admittedly nothing to do with a game, um, development is quite often getting really excited about some tiny optimization that the end user will never ever care about. And you try to explain it to somebody, even somebody in your own team, and it's like, yeah, 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 okay, whatever. And it's like, but I perfected this thing, and it only took me so much time, and this is the steps. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. So now we need to get back to Craig Knock in the Common Lands. I suppose running back there is the easiest, isn't it? Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to run it. I could try and chuck myself over the mountain to get back to the Griffin, but we'll just run. We'll run and talk. Most likely a loss overall since not many tickets were brought. I don't know. It depends how many digital ones were brought. A lot of people might have purchased digital tickets in order to get the in-game items. There are a lot of people out there who will sink actual physical money into the game for what seems like fairly minor rewards. I've never been someone who's been too bothered about fluff items, really. Um, but there are plenty of people who are. So I don't know. I guess we'll never really know for certain because unless they publish some figures in terms of attendances or something, I doubt we're really going to know whether it was a profit or a loss. I guess the ultimate thing will be whether or not they start talking about doing another one in a few years' time. That'll be the indicator as to whether this one was a success or not. But I do think they do need to do more player engagement. Apparently, the numbers of people on the test servers for the hide and seek were minimal. And I think part of that is because it was only announced a few days before. Um, then you've got the confusion over, well, how do you get onto test? Because that actually involves quite a bit of work to prep yourself so you've got a second copy of the game installed for the test server. Um, and then, as I say, the lack of somebody to actually just talk through what was happening while everybody else was at lunch. Hmm. But yeah, I mean, it was entertaining enough. Yeah, unfortunately, I do believe the EverQuest team is probably smaller than EverQuest because also the EverQuest II player base is also smaller than the EverQuest player base. And I mean, as a streamer, I see this on Twitch as well. There's quite often people. Oh, hello, hello, hello. There are definitely people streaming EverQuest most times of the day, and the EverQuest 2, not so much. Right. I see you. It's okay, Craig Knock. I brought the heads you needed. Then I'll just have to take that shiny from you, troll. Okay, so let me just before I answer that, let me just add this in. Help the troll get ahead. Ooh, level 30. Ooh. I suppose I could have just let him walk away, but you shouldn't go threatening Gwyn unless you really mean it. Nick in space. Yes, definitely playing the Origin server. Absolutely. In fact, the whole point of today's stream is to try and tidy up Gwyn's journal a little so that when I come back to Gwyn in a couple of weeks, um, I don't have a whole pile of half completed things to try and work out. I should be definitely there for Origins when it goes live. That wizard was you. Aha! Trying to do a friendly troll. Trolls all round today. Uh, what's it? Craig Knox axe. Which would be quite good if I hadn't recently picked up the Slayer's Stiletto. But we'll take that. Yes. I think I was just mentioning earlier, probably not going to be doing my main Origins character initially because the island is going to be a mess on the first night. Hell, can't even say for certain whether or not the servers will stay stable because new server launches can be a little bit all over the place. Let's see, where do we go next? Oh, if we can go Butcher Block. We just got a quest to turn in there. I think it's one of these where we've been asked to go to Butcher Block to carry on questing by someone. Trusted referral. Okay, let's go to Butcher Block Dock so we can turn that in. Try and reduce the number of places in the journal. That's the idea. Albany, probably going to abstain until Thursday. I do not blame you. Thursday might be the day that I'm rolling main character. Um, so you never know. We might be able to team up for that. Let's see. It feels grey here, isn't it? I suppose I should just have a quick look at the map in case any more random quests suddenly flash at me. But no, don't think so. Ping being 300 plus is not a good thing either. That sounds like normal for me, to be honest. I mean, I'm a European playing on a US server. So, what am I at the moment? 224? Is that my ping? I always forget which one of these is the ping. I think it's the blue. So 242, 230. Yeah. So I've always got a high-ish ping myself. But I mean, both me and CDM took the decision a long, long time ago, probably about 18 years ago, maybe slightly less than that, I'm not sure, that to play on the US side because the US side is what got all of the sort of GM guide events, all that sort of stuff, far more so than the EU side. Um, and you know, playing with Americans, what's not to love? Yeah, we're going to Butcher Block Mountains. Yep, 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 yep. I'm actually on AB. AB is also where we currently have the EverQuest Guild as well. Open to anybody who likes doing EverQuest. Hello, traveller. What brings you to the Butcher Block Docks? I was told there would be work for me here. I don't actually remember who told me that there's going to be work here, but apparently there's work here. And who told you that? Whose spy are you? Um, no one's. I was sent by your cousin Brogan with this note. Oh, okay. That sounds legit, doesn't it? Brogan made it to New Hallas. Oh, fine, New Hallas. There you go. Thank the gods. Now I can stop worrying about him. Oh, not that I was worried. It was just good to know he made it there safely. Sure, he thought you might have some work or know someone who does. He knows me too well. Dockmaster Walron is the man you should speak to. Well, thank you, and I might go talk to him at some point. I've just realised this quest thing still isn't working, is it? I have definitely messed something up there. Oh no, that might take some time if I do that. Uh, hmm. I think I know what the problem is. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. Hopefully I fix that. Right. Yes. We are on AB. That's where the EverQuest Guild is. If what server are you playing on? Out of interest. Oh yeah, everything's going on here. Let's get out of here and to somewhere less busy. Where is? I arrived on this dock, so you think some? Oh, there it is. It's hiding behind that. Where do we want to go next? I suppose Blackborough might be an idea. I need to hunt down a captain of the Knolls that may hold the battle plans. Oh, this is for Siega, isn't it? Yes. Mm. Oh, we could go to Thundering Steps just to do the history ofs. That might be an idea. Ruins of Varsoon revealing the entrance. Must find the location of the hidden entrance to Varsoon's new lair. Okay, we can try that. Then that's just finding ruins of Varsoon. Flight of the Sage. That involves killing things in the Thundering Steps. Maybe. In for a penny, in for a pound, perhaps. Do battle with scarecrows just like in the book, The Trials of Sir Morgan. Why do I get the feeling that that's it's not just going to be kill 5 scarecrows? Let's see. The Trials of Sir Morgan. Kill 5 animated scarecrows. Read the book. Kill 6 sirens. Read the book. No. Yeah, maybe not that, but maybe the others. What about Flight to the Sage? How much is involved with that? Apparently that does not exist as a... Oh, hang on. For capitalize the S on Sage. There we go. There is a page called that. I think we can do that. I think we can do that. Thundering Steps, which I know is technically going to a new area. Technically. But right. Ooh. Need to kill stronger crabs. Stronger than what? Kill the stronger crabs in the area for clues to the whereabouts. Am I actually looking for something called stronger crabs, or are these just stronger because they're not Antarctica ones? Don't think anything happened there. Just check over here. I'm seeing tide octopus, but I'm not really seeing any crabs. Oh, these ones count. A shore crab. Okay. Didn't find any quest items. Why do I feel that's going to be the running thing? Okay, let me just check the books. Feodal, we need to read the book, so let's do that. History of the Feodal. I think I pretty much said I'll try and do parts 1 and 2 of these, and then part 3 we'll come back to later, because a lot of the part 3s involve dungeons and things, so it's going to be a bit, yeah. So, Grave Pool, Cold Wind Cove, Shrine of Decay, Shrine of the Sirens. Okay. And try and find the hidden lair. So it looks like it's any crab over level 20. Did not find any quest items. Ooh, plenty of them here. This was one of the hide and seek locations as well yesterday. One of the hiders was up here on these rocks and just looking at the rock face, and we only knew where he was because of some of the slug things walking past occasionally. A torn pouch. Excellent. Right. Do we still need crabs? Oh, a stronger undead. Stronger undead. Well, apparently not these ones. Yes. So they were sort of like that, and then these guys kept going across occasionally. So that gave away that it was Thundering Steps. Okay. Mm. Well, apparently there's meant to have been stronger ones in our area, but apparently none of these have got feathers. So we'll carry on. I think we'll just close the books for now. And if we hit any of the required locations, we'll worry about that then. Not picking up any other quests. I'm just going to try and clear these history quests today. There are a lot of quests on Thundering Steps. We are going to be spending a lot of time in here. But I think we're going to be taking at least a week or so's break from AB because of Origin server. At some point, I'm going to need to find the balance though between time on Gwyn and time on Origins. Can be a little bit of time on one and a little bit of time on the other. I don't like these quests that don't update always. Let's go for one of these skeletal protector guys. Level 25, single up. I'm sure you must have the item I need. Nope, nope, apparently you didn't. Oh, I think we actually did that. I didn't even notice. Went into auto kill things mode. Wow, there's just places everywhere, isn't there? Need to kill a stronger deer. Let's get out of this valley bit, and then we'll head over that way. Here we have the castle gates, one of the locations on my intro video. I'll have to make a new Twitch intro video for Origins that doesn't have snippets of Gwyn, because obviously Gwyn won't be on Origins. Oh, straight away, a scholarly tool. Right. What else can we pick up? Round the corner, stronger beetles. Okay. We can look out for Ringo, Paul, John, and the fourth one, George. I think it was George, wasn't it? What class am I thinking of playing on Origins? It looks like it's going to be Warden. I have had the most fun playing Warden on the beta, having tried at least about 8 or 9 different classes. I wanted to go for something I've not really done before. I've done an awful lot of playing Mystic in the past for as a healer. Um, Wizard and Warlock, Conjurer, um, Illusionist, lots of mages, lots of healers. Um, Not too many fighters, although I did raid with a bruiser once. That was way back before time locked servers. That's when guilds used to just do their own sort of locking. We'd all just turn all of our experience off. Um, and there was strict rules about people in the guild couldn't go above a certain level because that's the content we were doing. And I raided with a bruiser during that period. That's kind of partly why I did Gwen for this series, because I didn't want to do a healer or a mage because I've done so much of that in the past. So I kind of went with Shadow Knight. What am I looking for? I'm looking for stronger beetles, aren't I? Well, being very careful of being abducted. I don't really want to be abducted. I'm not seeing many beetles. So yeah, looking at doing Warden, and I believe Counseling DM is looking at doing potentially a fighter, which would basically make us the genesis of a group, and we just need to fill with some DPS and support. Gotta go old school with Origins, and it's going to be very group heavy. Apparently, juvenile hawks are stronger birds or something. I'm not quite sure. They have a quest feather, therefore they must die. Although this Null is really, really desperate to come and just accidentally stumble on us. Oh, look at him go. Mm, thank you, All Access. No, thank you, All Access. I am happy to stay as free to play, at least on this series. Gonna need to actually have a subscription for Origin, so that will be on my main account. Which I mean, I'm glad I created Gwyn on his own account, which basically ensures that whatever I do with my membership on my main account, uh, this guy has never had the benefits of membership. So that keeps the challenge pure. That does. It's what can we do with a free to play account? Still need stronger beetles. We seek these beetles here. We seek them there. Around the corner should potentially be some beetles and some snakes. So there's definitely snakes. Yep. And the beetles, for some reason, are still not stronger. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That'll do. But that one just walks straight into my AoE. Of course it does. So what about you guys? What classes do you have your eyes on? Oh, there we go. There's a beetle. Ranger. Okay. Halfling Inquisitor. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. I'm not because I unless they've left things loose and they haven't tightened up the restrictions. I'm assuming you're going to have to betray to do that because halflings are a good class, sorry, a good race, and Inquisitor is an evil class. Hmm. One of the characters I'll be rolling is going to basically be a copy of one of my first ever characters that I had. I'm going to be creating a warlock. Not going to say the name. Very paranoid about people taking names. Um, but this particular warlock started in Kinos and betrayed to Freeport. So I shall be doing that myself at some point. I'll be doing that Kinos to Freeport jump. It's kind of got a bit of a role play background, sort of cast out for taking his experimentation a little bit too far. I've made my guy's appearance already in safety, so I don't need to waste time when the server's out. I would heartily recommend that everybody do that. It is really straightforward. Create a live character, go and find a barber, um, and get yourself a haircut where you can basically then say. I mean, you can save on character select, but if you miss that, you can always go to a barber in a town and buy a shave and cut, and that gives you the ability to also save your appearance. We have an advert break in about a minute. Not that I make much money from these, but it kind of stops pre-rolls for anybody who joins the stream because I don't know about you, but I pretty much dislike wanting to pop into someone's stream that I haven't seen before and then being immediately hit by an advert. And it's like, you know what? I'll go somewhere else. The good thing is, I don't think anyone's going to miss anything because these beetles are not dropping any quest items. Swash or Brig? Not really sure what they are good at. DPS, basically. Um, very much the DPS of the scouts, as opposed to Tube and Dirge, who are more well, I suppose the second DPS. I imagine some people would argue with me. Tube and Dirge are more support. Swash Brig can sort of DPS and have a little bit of a tank about them. Necro Ranger, Necro in particular. No, Necro. No, what am I thinking? Assassin and Ranger. Assassins can be very high DPS. Rangers are difficult to pull off. Uh, Still more beetles. And I now need to be careful of hovering death claws. Ah, there are some over there. I was warned there's going to be an advert in a minute, but I don't know if it started or not. Hmm. Rangers are great at pulling half the zone when you don't want it. Yeah. We're just down to sirens. Oh boy, sirens. Okay. Let's try and find a safe route to the sirens. Twitch, are you running this advert or not? Oh, it says pre-rollers off, so I must have missed you while being distracted. Okay. Right. So that's the that's where we need to be. Um, I probably don't want to drown. So let's use a totem. So that's what we want to investigate, and we do need to kill at least one siren. I think we'll ask Stamper to join us, because this could be interesting. Oh, there's a siren over there. Okay, let's see if the game will just nicely give me an update on the first siren. Did not find any quest items, but did get a big chest. For a ranger. If I could add, yeah. Let's try another random siren. If we have to go and tackle the groups at the shrine, we can do that. Aha! Need to search the barrels and crates on the dock. Okay. In that case, okay, this is the plan. This is the risk. We're going to drop the Merc. We're going to go and visit the shrine and then try and hop it out of here as fast as we can. We're ready for this? There's the shrine. We've been to the shrine. What we have here is nothing at all, ladies. Nothing to see. Are they going to chase me for far? Okay, I think we're good. Need to read the history of the Coda Dal. Right. Coda Dal. There we go. I have read the book and now need to visit the Valley of the Ancients. Okay. So where are these locations anyway? Valley of the Ancients is there in the middle. Okay. Shrine of Decay, I think is near the bottom somewhere. Yeah, Shrine of the Decay's down there. So we've got one there, one there. Cauldron Cove is, as I believe, right at the bottom down here. Yep. Grave Pool is there. Okay. So, okay. So if we can basically work our way through these and then get a griffin back, assuming, depending on how many more places we need to go. So let's go and investigate there first. There's also a small possibility we might stumble across Stiletto. And then I need to ask myself the question, do I want to nab a copy of Stiletto's orders for when we do the HQ at some point in the future? Not quite sure when. Pretty sure we've still got some high end of Antonica bits to do. Ah, that's where we want to be. Down there. Except preferably not right down there with the fallen Goliaths. I said preferably not down there. Right. Can we get into this area without actually... So what happens if I run through Valley of the Ancients? I have discovered it. They have also discovered me. So if I run out, run across the bridge, we can perhaps move on. Fortunately, it looks like there isn't too many giants around. History of the Codadal again. Really, I ought to just leave this bag open, shouldn't I? In fact, let's swap that bag with that one. There we go. That makes it a little bit easier. There we go. History of the Coda Dal Part 2. Excellent. So what was the second place? Is it somewhere down? Oh, the shrine. She's in, yes. The shrine and the grave pool. The grave pool is round there. So let's go find that. Okay, there's lots of giants down that path. We'll go this way. Go down here. Unfortunately, the Thundering Steps Mountains cannot be gone over. And that was actually brought up at Fippy Fest. The Thundering Steps from above doesn't look very good. And I think that's why we're not allowed to fly here. The mountains are a lot thinner than they look. So if you could actually see Thundering Steps from above, it would look it just wouldn't pass. It would just look a bit artificial because it is. And that's pretty much the reason why you can't fly here. Not that I can fly anyway. Gwyn can't fly, but for those who have got a flying mount, that's the reason why you can't. I have read the book. I need to go to Coldwind Point, which should be the same area as Coldwind Cove. So that should be all right. Shrine of Decay. Let's go find that. I'm pretty sure that's the one round the corner. We've got the entrance to Splitpaw here. We'll go do that one day. Just not yet. Ooh, while I'm in this area. I have no idea what level Stiletto is, but we'll have track open. That, I believe, is the shrine. That's a bunch of skin dancers that will be very unhappy that I'm here. So let's just go and say hello. Oh, hi. Hi, bye. Yep, we've lost them. We've also found Coldwind Cove. So where's the point? Coldwind Point should be similar area. Coldwind Point. It's Coldwind Beach Revive Point. Hmm. Yeah, it's one of those places where you can't just climb anywhere. Center of encampment. I'm assuming this is not, no. Hmm. What am I missing? Oh, Coldwind Point is the lighthouse in Antonica. I've got to go back to Antonica and then come back here to Thundering Steps. Well, boo. Well, boo, I don't like that. Right, I've got two books to read. History of Dwarves. Black Borough Brewery. Oh, okay. There's going to be a few of the sentences back to Antonica. E, F, G, H. Yeah, Sophia Dow should be there. It is. Valley of the Ancients. That again feels like that's going to be Antonica again, isn't it? Valley of the Ancients. No, no. Thundering Steps northeast from Deadview Pass. I'm getting confused with something else. Oh no, that's the one. I knew it. I knew that to go back to the same place again. Right. In that case, let's go find Varsoon's lair, hidden entrance to Varsoon's lair, and then we'll go over there. Probably at that point to make our way to the dock. Did we? I just had the track open just in case. You never know, there may be a stiletto. But doesn't look that way. Why do I want Stiletto? There is someone who runs around this area called Stiletto, and he drops some orders. And if you get those orders, then you can start the heritage quest of Stiletto's orders. But you have to pick up the item from Stiletto first. There's probably a part of me that doesn't want to pick that up because it's just another thing that I would have to either add to my journal and then look at for quite a while, or I'd end up putting the orders in the bank somewhere and forgetting all about them because that's what we tend to do. Okay, so need to find the hidden entrance to Varsoon's lair. That could be the front entrance, it could be the back entrance. There is a hidden entrance to Ruins of Varsoon down here. So we will try that. I think that's probably more likely. Oh, you see, you can't just, I mean, can I? Is he technically a death? I thought I died then. No, apparently not. No, I think I was just attacked very, very harshly. Okay, we don't really want to be here. Not mentored down to 25. So we found the hidden entrance. Need to speak with Zane again. Okay. Still need to go to the Valley of the Ancients, and then we can escape back to Antonica. So, exit and run. No, how about leave me be? How about paperclip? Not attack, a paperclip. Can't do too much damage for a paperclip. Ah, can we outrun the fireball? No, no, we can't. So if we carry on up and oh yeah, and round, we can go back to the Valley of the Ancients. Uh, Gee, I hope that guy is short-sighted. Was he short-sighted? He was. I swear he was staring right at me. I must have gone straight across the mountain in front of him. And he was like, nah, not in the mood today. So it's not. I need to be over there, don't I? I need to be over round. Yes. Okay. Don't think I was aiming for this one. I think I was aiming for. It doesn't matter. We'll get there. We have been live for an hour and 26, and I don't think I've seen a single thing from Nightbot. Is Nightbot on holiday? Hmm. That probably just means he's going to spam chat at all at the same time. Oh, no, still chasing after us. Okay. Well, here we go again. We are once again in the Valley of the Ancients, and we are once again leaving the Valley of the Ancients. We'll go over here somewhere. We'll read the book, and assuming we're not asked to go to somewhere else in Thundering Steps, we will go over to Antonica, History of the Feodala. History of the Feodal, Part 2. Excellent. Right. In which case, I think we're done with. Oh, no, no, maybe not. We still have Flight of the Sage. We need to go to the dock, of course. Eh, to the dock. Maybe I overworked Nightbot yesterday, and now he's decided to take the day off. Hmm. I wonder how long it'll take us on Origins to get to Thundering Steps. And how many of the old quests are still available? Uh, the duck is what I need. I just overshot. So I believe we need to search the barrels and crates on the docks for some sign of the sage. Somehow, I don't think the Sage of Ages is going to be hiding inside the barrel, but we can take a look. I'm going to check all of these. Get frustrated that I've not found it. Look it up and then find out that it's one that was really obvious. Feel like it would be one of those. Near Elois lace leaf. Oh, okay. Where is he? Hmm. Oh, actually. Near the person who is not on track. Okay, what am I missing? Try the waypoint. Oh, that one was actually a waypoint. Okay. Not too many of those left on the wiki that have the actual proper. Oh, it's actually showing a dot for me, isn't it? Is that it? Right on the end. I'm not used to the map showing me things. That's why it is. You don't get these helpful hints on Origins. That's another important point. There we go. I found a receipt chit in a barrel on the docks, um, and it said something, which then disappeared far too quick for me to read. Hmm. Okay. Need to go back and talk to Demimi in North Kinos, which means sneaking into Kinos again. Oh, we like doing that. Right. Tell you what, let's fly over to the Antonica station. He has an aching back. You probably went jumping off too many Griffin Towers, that's why it is. Please don't go to Everfrost. I'm scared of the sharks. We are a long, long way from ever going to Everfrost. Um, we are still doing level 20 content. So, um, so we are a long way from getting to Everfrost. I'm trying as much as possible to sort of do things in level stages. So we're still doing level 20, which means Thundering Steps and Neck Forest are going to be our thing for quite a bit. And even when we deal with those, Butcher Block Docks will be the next thing. So I think Everfrost is like 40s, mid 40s, something like that. To be interesting to go to Everfrost on Origins because the Everfrost that we see on live and TLE at the moment had a massive overhaul in terms of the quests. It became part of the so-called Golden Trail, the optimal route of leveling, and a lot of the quests were changed in Everfrost, so you have more of a quest hubs that you go to, and there's multiple quests and you go and do them. So on Origins, we should have the original Everfrost quests. So that's going to be a target for me at some point. Anything on Origins which doesn't exist on live, quest wise, is going to be the target. Thinking of it, I've never actually done most of the quest content in the game. I used to be a hardcore raider for the first 12 years of the game, so level up as fast as possible, only do access quests and such. Yes, yes, yeah, me too. Yeah, that's part of the whole thing here. There is just so much game that loads of people never see because they work their way to level cap and then they raid it at level cap. Even on TLE, everyone dashes to level 50, does only the zones that they need to in order to do Speakers of Dragon, Fire and Ice, all that sort of stuff, and then they do the raiding at the top there, and then rinse and repeat for each expansion after that. And it's interesting some of the things that you find when you do some of the more obscure quests. There's one in Common Lands where there was actually a couple of people who had this sort of thing where they were kidnapping people using a mage to wipe their memories and then throwing them back into the sea so that they could fish them out of the sea and then claim the reward for rescuing a refugee. So, in a weird way, if you start the game many, many years after it launched on the boat and then go to the Isle of Refuge, there is a in-game canon excuse for the fact that you have been rescued so many years after the cataclysm has happened. You probably had your memory wiped and were thrown back into the ocean by a couple of ne'er-do-wells from Freeport who just wanted to make some money on the side. That's an actual thing. Where is the guard today? The guard is over there. And yeah, that took me completely by surprise because it was a Common Lands quest that I have literally never done. Yes, I need to be careful with these because they attack like the rats and that to become temporarily non-aggro, and then they become aggro again. Right, find a way through. No lurk blister today. That's makes a change. I think Kunark Ascending was the first expansion where I did most of the quests, not all still. Yeah. Um, I think most people are like that. They've got like one or two expansions that they really got into, and then there's others that they sort of just dropped into occasionally, depending on. 'Cause I think most people have dropped in and out of the game over time. Very few people have sort of done a whole 20-year block of EverQuest II. To the down below. I mean, I came into this at Kingdom of Sky. Counseling DM goes all the way back to launch, but I got persuaded to come try this game when it got to Kingdom of Sky. I was still playing um, text muds, if anybody remembers those. Not really a thing anymore, are they? Right. We need to be in North Kinos, which is one of these. That's Eldar Grove, North Kinos. Yeah, so my history goes back to about 2006, which really is where Origins is. So again, I haven't really had the opportunity to see the very early EverQuest. I wasn't there for it originally, and it's not quite going to be there in Origins because Origins are starting in 2006. So at some point, I might have to check out one of the emulator projects where they literally have rolled the game all the way back to 2004, and you start as a mage or a warrior or whatever, and you have to go and do all of the class selection and everything else. Maybe one day. Took two breaks from the game, 3 to 5 months long since 2004. Both times when my guilds disbanded. Yeah, I mean that's a large part of it as well. Um, Sometimes if the group of people that you're playing with on a regular basis, if that group breaks up for some reason, yeah, that sort of thing can happen. Keynote backwards is Sony EQ. Yes, yes it is. That's where Keynote comes from. Because this used to be owned by Sony Online Entertainment. Then they got, I think it was 2 billion in debt or something ridiculous like that, and they sold this and several other non-core parts of the business. Because this was a games division that was separate from PlayStation. So it was deemed to be not a core part of their business because it wasn't PlayStation and it wasn't televisions, which is pretty much what they were doing. Hmm. Hmm. I really hope Origin will be a success, profitable as well, because speaking frankly, the game is not doing good. Um, it's doing better than it was, even if it's not doing good. It's still doing better than it was. It's definitely on an uptick, a slow uptick, but I mean, I remember the really dark times where it was a desert. Um, and we're not there anymore. I'm glad to say. Um, so yeah, I mean the TLEs have brought an awful lot of people back and pulled in an awful lot of new people. Um, I kind of hope I'm doing my own little bit to help encourage people to come play the game. I know a few people. Um, who have picked up the game because it's not something that they've ever heard of before, but seeing me and CDM play the game and realizing just how many quests there are. I mean, there's loads of games out there where you just do quests and that, and this game is full of them. And they usually have a bit more thought put into them than some of the modern games out there. Right, I need to get over to, I think, yes, to Mimi. Oh, yeah, no, I can see the book. Right, what are the guards doing today? Because the guards seem to change their pattern every time I come here. He is doing a loop. The ones that are normally stood on the other side are not even there. So I'm not really quite sure what the situation is there. So yeah, you'll do something. Okay. There we go, fly to the sage. Drat, so close too. To think I could have met the sage of ages, but now he's sailing off to wherever it is that he observes the world. Oh well, friend, I want to thank you for helping me. Please take this as a sign of my appreciation. As for me, I might as well record what could have happened. Good luck to you, bold and brave adventurer. And then we retreat into the tavern, because that's what you do when you're a get in the tavern. Get in the tavern. Well, we'll stand at the bar. We'll blend in. We're just having a drink at the bar. Just another member of Kinos. Right, I need to add that. Flight of the Sage. But yeah, I mean that's one of the things I truly believe, that this game isn't just about raiding and whatnot. There is a lot of quests. There is a lot of things that you can do, um, and this is all everything that I'm doing with Gwynian is without even paying for a subscription. So you tempt people in with a free game, and they run around and they do quests and meet up and that, and you never know, some of them might subscribe and buy things in the marketplace. It's the idea. We get Demimi's class ring, which is classless because any class can wear it, and is not as good as what I've already got. Cool. So we've finished that off. Amount of raiding guilds in the progression site is kind of the same over the last several years. Yeah, yeah. I think part of I think it's partly a perception problem as well. Especially, I mean, if you're looking at live will always look dead, and that's unfortunately because of their guild halls. Everybody hides around in their guild halls, trade skilling, or just going to the zones where they need to quest or raid. Very few people are seen running through town. That is very much different on TLE, and will be very much different on Origins as well, because we're all going to be stuffed into smaller and lesser number of zones than a TLE. Normal TLE, you've still got Darklight Woods, you've still got Halas, um, and you can go to those areas and level and whatnot. We are not going to have that option on Origins, so I need to know where this guard is. See, I don't seem which means he could literally be just about to pass here. I'd rather see where he is. Okay, he's not there. Let's go this way. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I was going to say, what happened there? Has he gone on a break or something? Right. Dumpty dumpty dum. How did I get past the city gates? I went in the sewer. And there's the other one. Okay, so let's go throw ourselves back into the sewer. I did try running out of the city gates once as fast as I could and dead. Population keeps declining. Pretty much no pickups on Thurgood this expansion. It's Thurgood. That's the EU one, I think. Is that the one that used to be Splitpaw and Runny Eye? I do have some characters over on the EU side, but I don't think I've touched them in many, 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 many years. Um, Honestly, I'm surprised that they haven't looked at merging that with the US side. I suppose the ping thing would be an issue, but I mean I'm 200 245. And that's to the US, so I don't know. Right. Although I guess if you merged EU with US, there might be just a little bit more work to be done on that because pretty sure the US servers don't quite have the same language support as the EU ones. Might be wrong on that, but I feel that's the thing. Where are the guards? There we go. They're both in the middle, but of course they are. Dumpty dumpty dum. Okay, if we sneak around the back here. Nope, nope. I am not facing my doom. I am escaping into Antonica. Cold Wind Point is the lighthouse, so let's go do that. Maybe we can finish History of Airedale. My, I don't know, because I think we have to go back to Thundering Steps. And I'm a bit worried about History of the Dwarves being Blackborough Brewery and then somewhere on Thundering Steps. Visit the last stand in the Thundering Steps. Okay. And what about History of the Dwarves? History of Dwarves requires us to go. Okay, that does finish in Blackborough. Okay. Any other histories we got left? Oh, Erudite Gnome. Right. So where are those then? Erudite's got to visit the atrium. And Gnome. Oh, yeah. So Gnome is the bottom of the Wailing Caves. Is he the last one, though? Mm, hmm. don't know. This is the question now. What is can be what can be realistically be done? You can tell I got up too early this morning. Stayed up late for Fippy Fest and then was awoken by the sound of screaming kids in the street. Yay. Let's see. I think we are probably done for the day. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We've just got a few bits in different places, but it's not, not too bad. Vermin's. Oh yes, let's go turn this in a vermin's knife. So I should have actually have stayed in the sewers. Let's go do that, and then I think we'll call it a day. Okay, well, while you're non-aggro, I'm going to go past you. Ha ha! Sucker. I am going to snooze that ad break because we don't need that. There's no additional language support in the game since 2016, English only. Surely armor matters for some, but it gets me all the time when there's quest names that are missing the letter U where the letter U should be, and it always confuses me. The difference between English and American. End of this corridor, I think. There he is. Right, let's see what Zane has to say. Only if you're watching me on twitch.tv. Right, even more undead. I found the area you were looking for. Here we go again. Right, huh? Ooh. I'm not so sure, but I suppose I don't have a choice. No, I don't suppose I don't. Right, I need to retrieve the key to the Keep of Immortality, which apparently is even deeper in the catacombs. So, yes, Crypt of the Betray. Yeah. And we're going to do that next time. Definitely. So, just a summary, next stream from me will be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. UK time. That's noon PDT for those in America. And that will be launch night of Origins. And that stream will be going on until I have to call into bed. So that could be a while. And then fingers crossed if work goes and okays my very last minute leave, I shall be streaming over Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. So I hope to see you all there then. And until then, thank you all, Access. I shall see you next time. Take care.